Hello, um, this is week 2 video blog 1, and today I'm going to be discussing the relationship between society and technology. For this week I've decided to talk about the television and the evolution of the television. The television was the development of the television started in the late 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. It was first released on the market in the 1930s as black and white television. Screen size normal then was 12 inches. It was it was bulky equipment, very cumbersome. And since then, it evolved from there. Like I said, it was black and white television in the 1930s. Then in the 1940s, we seen the first of color television, which was a significant upgrade. Over the years, the features have updated, and the look of the television has also been upgraded. There are a lot of features have also been added on as well. Features such as a sleep timer, you have parental controls, picture-in-picture. Then, as far as the way the TV looks and some of the other things that were incorporated in the television, such as the 4K resolution, which produces a pretty good picture. Also, you got the 3D that was introduced as well, but that was kind of just a fad. I think consumers have lost interest in that. We don't see that as much now. And then you have the curved televisions, which the main thing I believe with that is to reduce the glare by limiting the angles. Also, you have the smart TV, which I guess is probably the most popular television on the market right now, which has a lot of apps on it, widgets and pretty cool features. You can switch back from sports to Netflix. You can even check Facebook, Twitter. It's pretty convenient. And like I said, it probably dominates the market right now. And I guess a lot of these features and upgrades can be linked back to the theory of scope, which is the social construction of technology, which is described by Bitter and Pinch in the text, which is a theory that states that human action shapes technology, and it's not the other way around, where technology shapes the human action. This happens through the adoption and rejection and the progression of technology. For example, the plasma television, which was pretty popular. It was introduced, I believe, in 1995, and then kind of went underwater in 2014. And a lot of this was due to the basically consumers wanting a better product, because the screens were limited, the size of the screens were limited. The plasma did not come with the curved screen, which, like I was mentioned earlier, helps the glare. And they were difficult to handle. They were quite heavy, cumbersome, and let's see, they were susceptible to image retention, and also the energy efficient was quite poor on these televisions. And consumers basically looked at other options, and they looked at the plasma TV as an outdated option. So basically, this kind of shows the roadmap of how technology can be drove out of the market just based on interpretations of the technology. It is said, studies have said that the television has affected social relationships and behavior. It says the television competes basically with sources of other human interaction, such as family and friends. It's also said it influences attitudes and beliefs about themselves as well, and people from other social and cultural backgrounds. Stereotypes them as well. For example, I guess we could use children as one instance. Although some studies have found that television can be an effective learning tool for children, such as shows like Sesame Street and other educational shows, which helps with the common things like such as math, numbers, their alphabets, and things like that. There's also cons though to this, the flip side of it, where children can't decipher between what is good and bad, such as they see violence on the television or bad language, then they want to go act this out. So that's a bad behavioral influence, I guess you'd say, on children. In addition, it's just people that suffer from studies have shown people that suffer from social isolation watch a lot of television as well to deflect feelings from loneliness and social deprivation. I guess they really get involved in what they're watching and think they're building relationships with the characters on the television or whatever movie they're watching. And I also wanted to bring in another factor from the theory of scope, such as social groups and how they ascribe to the technology. Such as, let's just use for instance elderly people, such as in my family, most of my grandparents and all the aunts, they cannot stand the updated technology. It's just really confusing for them, especially when it comes to the remote control, using the remote control with all the different buttons on there. They just want a simple controller with the power button, volume buttons, change the channel, and that's pretty much it. But now it's all these other buttons on there, input and play forward, or the TVO, and different apps you can access on your control. Now, for my social group, my generation, this is not a problem. We actually welcome this updated technology because it just helps us access the things we want to access. So I guess that's two different distinctions in social groups I could use as an example. Also, another downside of the TV, a con for, they say it leads to obesity, less physical activity. You sit in front of a TV when you could be out walking or doing exercise. So say it's bad for your health too as well. Television is also has a major impact on social relationships. They say it makes people think of social relationships less interesting compared to watching television. Watching TV can take up a lot of your time, especially when you get engrossed in the show. I know I've watched like Game of Thrones like non-stop all day before and not realize how much time it went by. It's kind of crazy. TV watching can lead to less quality time and interaction with your family. We should watch TV, but not to the point where we neglect the social, aspect of life. One last concept I like to talk about is something from the class material this week. which is a theory by Hughes, where he talks about technology momentum. And it's a theory about the relationship between technology and society over a time. One model under this theory is technological determinism, that states that society is modified by the introduction of new technology in a irreversible way, such as the TV, I guess you'd say. And because there's no turning back once the adoption has took place, and will continue to exist into the future, like I guess like the automobile, for instance, or the television, which I'm sure will still be here long past when I'm gone. But yeah, so that's just another point I wanted to bring up. All right, well, thank you. Have a good day.